Yo, what is up YouTube, man? First things first, in today's video, the background gameplay you're going to be seeing is the day after they patch shooting. I'm going to be making nearly every single shot I take, whether it's a fadeaway, whether it's a three-pointer. You know, I'm a good shooter on the game, shout out to me, but shooting feels very easy after the shooting patch. Now, for me personally, I like the patch. Now, some of you guys will disagree with that, and that's absolutely fine. Some of you guys are going to agree with that. The content creators, for the most part, are upset that shooting is easier. In my opinion, if you're somebody with a 99 three-pointer, you know your jump shot, you should be able to make the jump shot when you time the jump shot. Simple as that. You know, we had a whole bunch of complex things happening to where the green window was moving, and that still will happen, you know, even with the shooting patch. No matter how good it seems like players are shooting, people are still going to miss shots because the algorithm is just not set up for somebody to shoot 100% on their open shots. You know, 2K is gonna make it where you miss the shot really quick too. This video right here, we end up winning the first gameplay. Going into this next, I get a dunk meter on this guy. I'm on my new 6'6" build. If you guys have not seen it, definitely check that video out. Beast gets a nice post-hop shot right there. Once again, I can take the shot, but since it's a small guard matchup, I love dunking on builds that have no block, no interior. If you guys are confused on how the dunk meter works, it's a lot tougher to hit dunks on players that actually have good defense in the paint. But a small guard with 25 block, 25 interior, 40 interior, it's not going to get the job done, and that dunk meter is going to be very easy to time. That's going to kind of bring us back to the point. Like I said, I have no problem with 2K making it to where if you time your jump shot, you have high shooting ratings, you can make it every single time. We don't need any more complex, you know, things that go along with shooting. Now, if somebody has a 73 pointer and you want to say they should not be able to make it every single time, even if they time it perfectly every single time, then that makes sense. You know, you gotta make people want to have the high shooting ratings. But there was people with 99 three-pointers shooting 50% from three, only taking wide open shots, greeting two in a row and then missing their third just because, you know, it's possible you could watch your player, you could figure out how to time it differently when that shot came, but you're going to have to be someone that plays 2K a lot to get that down. And I kind of think that is where my opinion will differ compared to other content creators. I'm an elite shooter on the game. Before the patch, I was shooting 58% from three. I've always been a good shooter. It comes pretty easily to me because I've played 2Ks many years, but I don't live on the game like a lot of content creators do. A lot of people play every single day. They'll stream for 10 hours a day. Some people, you know, they don't really do anything other than play 2K. I got other things going on in life. You know, I'm going out. I just went to a haunted house yesterday. I got other, you know, video games I like to play. I don't have this type of ideology where, you know, players that don't play the game as much should be punished to where the people that sweat the game 10 hours a day should be rewarded. I think, you know, 2K is a pretty casual game for the most part. It should not be rocket science to shoot the ball, especially too in park, in rec. You know, if they want to have some complex algorithm for shooting in Pro-Am, in stage, that's absolutely fine. You know, that's where people are going to sweat. But the way they had it set up to where if you played the game once or twice a week for a few hours a day and you made a 99 three-pointer and you couldn't even shoot 50% from three, I mean, what are we doing? And like I said, in the comments, let me know what you guys think, because I'm sure, you know, there's a lot of you guys that are sweaty, that are upset about this patch, because now it seems like anybody can shoot a shot, whereas before, you really had to put in the time to be a great shooter. You know, I understand you should be rewarded for your time, but where I think 2K should go with 2K is they need to improve defense. Earlier in the video, I was, you know, giving 2K some props because if somebody has low interior defense, if they're a small guard, you can get a dunk meter on them pretty easily, but that's not how defense works for the most part in the game. Somebody has an 80 driving layup, they're using real player percentage on their layups, and you have an 88 interior and they drive at your head and then go up contested, they're going to be able to make that layup without even timing it way too often. First things first, you should not be able to use real player percentage. You guys see, I don't even use that. You should have to time a layup like that. I don't know why 2K is making it so easy for people to be rewarded without actually doing any work. I mean, literally no work. They drive right at the defender sitting in the paint and they tap X or square. They're not doing anything. They're not thinking, and 2K rewards them for that. 2K needs to make it to where if you're a rim protector, you're protecting the rim. and making it actually feel more rewarding for being a great interior defender. Same thing with the perimeter. First things first, we got 6'3" guards running screens where you're going to get hit on the screen over and over and over again. They're not going to do anything until you finally get caught on the screen, and then they're going to shoot the ball wide open. If you're a lockdown, if you got high perimeter, you got good speed, you got good agility, your pick dodgers up, your guy should be maneuvering through the screens. He should be going over, going under. Maybe he could have animation where he puts his hand on the player and kind of pushes him a little bit so he can get through the screen. Especially too, I've seen it so much where lockdowns, they're predicting exactly what the defender's going to do. They're right in front of them. And somehow after all of that, the guard's able to green the shot. You know, you're not getting rewarded for predicting his moves. You're not getting rewarded for bumping him up. You know, there's nothing that kind of drains their stamina by getting bumps like there used to be in old 2Ks. There used to be a badge called Defensive Stopper to where when you had that badge, it was negating some of the players' offensive badges. So say you had Defensive Stopper on Hall of Fame and they had Hall of Fame, say Limitless Range, you were making that Limitless Range down to bronze or even no badge at all. I think they should have more badges like that, you know, something to reward you for being a lockdown. Let's not even get started on the steals, you know. You go for a steal, a pluck, you know, you guys start wrestling for the ball. You end up not getting it and they end up scoring because of that. Same thing with the lanes, you know, there's situations where you time it exactly right and they don't give it to you, but there's other times where, you know, you're throwing a fast break and somebody gets some crazy lane animation. 2K did patch that, and I've been seeing that it is a bit better. But it's not quite there, you know. With the shooting update, I feel like 2K is rewarding you for timing your shot. If you know your shot, if you time it right, for the most part, you're going to be able to green the shot. You can see this whole video, I've been getting open shots. I've been taking good shots, using the stick, using X, you know, using some dribble moves to get space on my defender. And then whenever I shoot it, I green the shot as it should be. Like I said, I know some of you will disagree with that. You guys think shooting is too easy. But if you just got rewarded for playing good defense, then I think the game would be in a better state. But at the same time, you know, if you're just some casual players and you come up against some sweaty players that are all lockdowns and they just don't even let you score the ball, you're going to have a miserable time and you're probably not going to want to play again. So I understand. That is why 2K kind of caters to the casuals in a sense, you know. When people drive to the hoop and take a contested layup, they let those go in. Whenever you go up 8 points, 10 points, whenever somebody misses a couple of shots and it feels like 2K's just not going to let them miss even if they time their shot. There's definitely some of that in 2K, you know. They're trying to entice casual players to keep playing the game, and I understand it. But here we are, man. I won't go too much more into it. I think shooting makes sense now in NBA 2K25. I am a fan of the update. I cannot miss a shot now. I was shooting pretty good before. I definitely don't think an update was needed, but I'm glad, I mean, with shooting, you know, there definitely was some things they needed to update that they did, but I'm glad they did it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys did enjoy the video, if you do want to drop a like and subscribe, of course, I do appreciate it a ton, man. And this is Tonic. I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.